What's up guys, my name is Devin and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing the brand new Cutters Rev X receiver gloves. Alright guys, here are the gloves we're going to be talking about today. Again, these are the Cutters Rev X. This is their premium leather receiver glove. New for this year. I haven't really looked at them too much. I did look at this pair just a tiny bit, but I don't know much about this, so during this unboxing period, we're going to talk about the glove, first impressions, and just kind of go through everything and see what's what. So we do have 4 pairs here. The one I'm going to take a look at today is this nice black pair. So here it is. Here's the glove. Here's the packaging. Adult medium, Cutters, premium leather with C-Tack. So all Cutters gloves have C-Tack for their grip. And then these are the Rev X receiver gloves. So again, this is a new glove from Cutters. This is nothing we've seen before, so we're very excited to get into it. Now let's take a look at the back. So here it is, Rev X receiver gloves. You guys get a little diagram. AirTac C grip, again, same grip they use on all Cutters gloves. Number 2, premium Cabretta leather. So that's new. That is a material that we're going to talk a lot about in today's video. Number 3, enhanced fingertips. Number 4, stretch panels. And lastly, that neoprene cuff. Down here, C-Tack grip, maximum stickiness with added breathability. RevTac recharge, wipe with a damp cloth to restore the grip. And then lastly, all weather, no compromise in the cold, rain, or shine. There is the tag right there. These do have a price tag of $65, which is kind of a lot, but let's see how this glove feels. So first, let's get this thing off of the packaging so we can kind of take a look at it. This is kind of like almost like a luxury receiver glove, which we haven't seen in a while. I remember Under Armour had the UA Luxe a while back. And this kind of reminds me of that just because of the leather, but I think this one is a little bit more special. I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. This material feels so great. Let me get these off. All right guys, so here are the gloves right here. So the first thing you're going to notice on this back of hand is the use of this Cabretta leather. You guys see it along all of the fingers, and then this back of hand piece right here, as well as on the strap. Now this material right here is called Cabretta leather, like I already mentioned, and this is a material very commonly used in golf gloves. So you guys have ever seen a golf glove, worn a golf glove, it is this super soft leather material. It feels really, really nice. It gives you a really premium feel. And we've also seen it on some baseball gloves as well, but it's a very nice, soft material. It looks really good in the black. And then of course we have the white as well. You guys might recognize this a little bit better because most golf gloves seem to be white, and it is that same super soft material. You guys can kind of just see how that material reacts and how soft it really is. If you guys get a chance to feel these in person, you definitely should. This material is unlike anything we've seen on a football glove before, and it feels incredible. But let's talk about the rest of the glove. I think we're actually going to look at the white pair instead because it's just a little bit easier to see the details. Check out this other panel right here. It's like it's not quite a neoprene, but it's like a thin foam material, and it has this nice quilted design kind of going through it, adding to that nice premium, elegant feel that you guys get with these gloves. And then of course they have their big Cutters logo kind of going over the knuckle. That's standard on most Cutters gloves, and it looks really good. Also, let's take a look at this stitching. Look at how well this is stitched kind of all the way throughout. It truly gives you just a super premium feel, which is something I don't think I've ever seen from a football glove before, so that's pretty exciting. In the fingertips, you do have this kind of conical system here. The material kind of meets with the grip. There's no mesh in between the fingers at the top, but you do get some mesh in between the fingers right here. This is pretty standard from them. It's a nice breathable mesh. Looks good, feels pretty good as well. The next thing we'll talk about is the ventilation. So this does have some ventilation holes along each finger. One thing about Cabretta leather, and you guys probably know this if you've played golf, it does get pretty hot pretty quick. So they did add some ventilation holes along each finger as well as kind of right here to kind of dissipate some of that heat and keep the glove from getting too hot. Now check out this strap. You do get the Cabretta leather on the strap along with this little rubber pull tab as well. And then check it out, you get a nice Cutters logo on the Velcro on the inside. And then of course you have your standard neoprene cuff. I think this one's pretty similar to the one they used on the Rev Pro 6, but again, you get that nice quilted design. And let's see what it looks like from the inside. Pretty much the same. It's a nice soft foam material, so when you strap it up, it gives you a soft but secure fit around your wrist. Always love that. Next thing we talk about is the grip. So this is the Cutters C-Tack grip. If you guys are familiar with Cutters gloves, this is the same grip they've been using for a while now. Some of the best in the game. Their C-Tack is one of my favorites for all season weather, and it does have a ventilated palm as well. So it does help kind of get some of that heat away. As I mentioned, this Cabretta leather does get pretty hot, so hopefully these holes on the front help kind of dissipate some of that heat as well. But the best thing about these is the RevTac recharge. So if these start to wear down, it has multiple layers. You get a damp cloth, wipe it down, and boom, this thing as good as new, super sticky, just like when you got it out of the package. Also, I love when the grip extends all the way down to the wrist, just gives you that much extra catching surface area, which is always nice. You never know if you have to help catch the football with your wrists. It happens more than you think, so it's good to have a little bit of extra grip there. I think we've kind of talked about all the different aspects of the glove, so now I'm going to try it on and see how it feels. I'm so excited. This glove is like the one I've been most excited for 2024 because of this Cabretta leather and the luxury experience. And it honestly, wow, it feels exactly how you'd expect it to. It's super duper soft. Wow. I wish you guys could feel this right now. It's super snug. Wow. This is their best fitting glove in their lineup. I'll talk about it more in the review, of course, but here's a good look at that kind of conical system in the fingers. Gives you a nice secure, not a lot of movement there, which is nice. A little bit of material here, so it's kind of a little bit looser right here for me, but overall it's a super snug fit. And this Cabretta leather, one thing about this, again, I'm going to say it a lot, but if you guys are familiar with golf gloves, this material kind of molds to your hand really well. So let's see if that's something that kind of works on these gloves as well. You guys can see just how well this material moves. And it doesn't feel super thick or super hot. Obviously, I'm inside right now. I haven't done anything yet, but I will go outside and test them, see how they kind of hold up sweat-wise. They feel pretty good. On a comfort scale, like just early prediction, I mean, not even a prediction, but these gloves are very comfortable. They might be the most comfortable gloves we've tried all season. Of course, we'll talk about it more in the full review, but these things, you do get a true premium feel, especially in the white. Let me try the black as well. Why not? There is only 2 colors. I'll talk about that in the review, obviously, but only 2 colors. I'm not sure how many colors you can get the Cabretta leather in, but this is their first rendition of the glove, so if they choose to add more down the line, they will be able to. The black, honestly, dude, it kind of reminds me of like a driving glove almost. Like, have you ever seen like those old movies where they're like wearing driving gloves? It's kind of that nice luxury old time leather feel, and I'm here for it, man. These are very cool, but now let me get these outside, test them out for you guys, and let's get into that full review.
Today's video is sponsored by Shock Visors. Now, if you watch our videos, you know Shock has been a long-time supporter of this channel. In fact, they gave me my first ever visor insert way back in 2014. And just like us, it's safe to say that Shock Visors has come a long way in those 10 years. Their Zero G Plus is the best visor on the market and fits almost every single helmet with one visor. While other companies would make you get a different visor for your Shutt F7 versus your Riddell Speedflex, this Shock visor fits a Shutt F7, a Riddell Speedflex, this Zenith X2E, Bisis O2, and the Riddell Speed. Now, aside from it fitting every helmet, it comes in 21 different colors. And they're super affordable, which means you can pick up a clear for games and then a random crazy color for practice. Now, if you want to learn more about Shock Visors, you can visit the link in the description down below or watch any of our videos we've made. And in that link down below, we also have a 15% off coupon code that you can use anytime. All right, back to the video.
Now that you guys have watched the unboxing, first impression part of the video, let's get into the full review. In the review, we're going to look at a bunch of different things. We're going to look at the fit, the comfort, the grip, the protection, the style, and of course the price. The first thing we're going to talk about is the fit. The fit on these gloves is incredible. The Cabretta leather paired with a thin layer of neoprene on the back of hand give you a truly custom-fitting football glove. As you guys use these gloves, you can truly feel the leather conforming to your hand, giving you a one-of-one fit. It's super snug throughout the back of hand and down the fingers. The fit is pretty good as well. I do feel like the mesh between the 2 middle fingers is just a hair loose, but other than that, it's pretty snug. The fingertips have this conical design, which makes the tips very tight on your fingers, which is exactly what you want, so the glove doesn't move around much when you're catching the ball. For the cuff, these have a thicker bit of neoprene, which is pretty standard on most football gloves. It offers you a tight, compressive fit while keeping it very comfortable. Since these gloves fit the back of hand so snug, you guys can strap them up or leave them unstrapped. They're going to fit good either way. Overall, the leather on these makes them an excellent fitting football glove pretty much all the way throughout, except in between those 2 middle fingers there. That mesh is just a tiny bit loose. The next thing we're going to talk about is the comfort. This is going to be a big statement, but it's true. These right here are the most comfortable football gloves I have ever worn. Now, as you guys know, I've worn hundreds of different football gloves over the years, but these are the best comfort-wise. And it all starts with that Cabretta leather that we talked about earlier. I mentioned it a lot in the unboxing, but if you guys have ever worn a golf glove, you're familiar with the Cabretta leather and how soft and comfortable that material is. It feels nice on the back of hand and down all the fingers and even at the fingertips. Then when you pair that with a nice thin piece of foam over the knuckle, it gives the glove even more comfort and flexibility to fit your hand perfectly. And then the neoprene cuff on these is standard, but it's also very comfortable. It's thick enough to take the pressure off your wrist, but when you strap them up, it's soft and very cozy. Now, the only downside to these comfort-wise is that they do get pretty hot. The leather is a thicker material, so it's a little bit tougher for that heat to escape the glove. They did add ventilation on the fingers and on the back of hand and even on the palms, but it's still pretty tricky for that heat to escape. Overall, the comfort on these is truly the best I've ever felt as far as like legit comfort, soft, how it feels on hand, but it does get pretty hot. The next thing we're going to talk about is the grip. Just like all Cutters gloves, these have their C-Tack palms. Now, right out of the package, these aren't as tacky as some of the other gloves on the market, but the durability is where they take over. With most gloves, if you guys get dust, dirt, or water on them, they're going to become basically useless, but C-Tack grip keeps working for you, and that is one of the reasons I've always loved this grip. The grip on these is also thicker than any of the other grips out there, so once that initial layer fades, you still have some pretty good grip underneath. Cutters have always been my go-to grip when it comes to rain, mud, snow. Now with most other cutters gloves, you guys can toss them in the washing machine to kind of rejuvenate that grip, but not with these. Obviously this is Cabretta leather. It doesn't really take too well to the wet, so I wouldn't suggest tossing these cutters in the washing machine. But overall, the grip on these is pretty good. It's the same stuff you guys have known cutters to do year in, year out. It's the same C-Tack with the RevTack recharge. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the protection. Now these don't really have any protection whatsoever. If I were to categorize these, I'd say these are a skill glove. There's no padding on the back of hand. You just have the Cabretta leather and then a thin piece of foam over the knuckle that might add like a tiny bit of protection, but overall there's not really much on here. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the style. I think these look absolutely sweet. These have a classic, luxurious look to them with the Cabretta leather and then the diamond stitched neoprene over the knuckle and on the wrist cuff. These gloves do have a couple of gold accents throughout the glove, but overall it's pretty subtle. And unfortunately, the only two colorways they have are the two you guys have seen in this video, a black and gold pair and then a white and gold pair. I do wish they had these gloves in other solid colorways, but keep in mind, this is the first glove of its kind. This is the first time Cutters has released a premium receiver glove like this. So hopefully if these sell really well, they're gonna drop more with more colorways. But overall, these are a luxury, classy looking football glove, and I absolutely love how these look. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the price. The retail on these is 65 bucks. Now 65 bucks is a high price to pay for a pair of receiver gloves. But you guys gotta keep in mind, these are a one-of-a-kind luxury football glove with real Cabretta leather and a truly premium feel. I don't think these gloves are going to be for everybody, but more for someone who's extremely particular about their drip and can appreciate a high quality product. Overall, it's a high price for a high-end pair of receiver gloves, but it's the only thing like it on the market. So if you guys want to ball with the Cabretta leather, you got to ball with the big price tag. Overall, I absolutely love these gloves and what they are. The idea of a premium, high-quality football glove is so cool to me, and I was so excited when Cutters told me about these. The use of the Cabretta leather gave these a luxurious feel with great comfort and great fit. The grip on these is the same trusty C-Tack with the RevTack recharge. You guys have trusted this grip for years, and it's the same stuff on these. And lastly, again, I do wish these came in more colorways, but I guess I'm going to roll with the white and the black for now. There you guys have it. There's the full unboxing review on the Cutters RevX receiver gloves. These things are truly special. I'm so stoked about these. I had a blast checking these out. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, like the video, comment what you guys want us to do next, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Footballrs.